So now I want to look at impairment. Let's say we've calculated goodwill and goodwill came to 100. Okay. Now, I then get told that the recoverable amount of S is, let's say, 380. That's what I get told. Now, what I've got to do, I'll say, right, I've got to think about my group accounts. In group accounts, I need to know the net assets of S. And remember, we control all of it, so we bring it all in. So let's say the net assets of S was 300. And then what I do is I've calculated goodwill, so I know that I've got goodwill of S at 100, haven't I? Over here, look. Okay. So in the group accounts, I've got S in at 400, but I get told the recoverable amount is only 380. So therefore, I've got it in the group accounts too much. I can never have it in the group accounts, the net assets and the goodwill. I can never have it greater than the recoverable amount. And so therefore, what I must do is I must impair this by 20. And when I say this, to get it down to the recoverable amount, when I say this by 20, I mean goodwill first. So goodwill would actually go down like so. Okay, that's the basic idea. Now, I'm going to make it a bit trickier. In fact, I'll leave the net assets of S in at 300. I'll leave the recoverable of it. I'll leave the goodwill, etc. I'll do all of that. So exactly the same figures, except let's say that NCI was done using the proportionate method. Remember, the proportionate method is just a percentage of the net assets acquired. So we give them, when it's the proportionate method, you're giving the NCI only net assets. You're not giving them any goodwill. So what that means is, recoverable amount of S that they tell us, that's for 100% of S. The net assets of S is for 100% of S. And let's say the proportionate amount was 80%. Well, the goodwill that I've got in then, because I use the proportionate method, this just represents 80%. And that's not fair. I'm trying to compare like with like. So what I've got to do is I've got to gross up this goodwill to make it 100% to begin with. So I'm going to gross it up. So I'm going to times it by 100 over 80 because it was worth 80%. So I'm just grossing it up. So let's do that. 100 times 100 divided by 80. That comes to 125. So now I put 125 in here. And so I say 425, the recoverable amount is 380, and so therefore I've got to take away now, not 20, but I've now got to take away 45 to get to the 380. So you come over here and you think you take off 45, but you don't, because you say, yeah, but hang on, that was the grossed up amount, and I'm only doing proportionate method, so I just want 80% of that. So 45 times by 0.8 is 36. So actually, all I would take off is 36. That's how it would work out, okay? A little bit tricky, so we'll do some more numbers on it, but that's the basic idea.